World's first color home personal computer, the Commodore VIC-20, the world's first mass-produced color microcomputer. It was trialed in Japan in January 1981. It's also known as the VC-20. This is the packaging for the VIC-1001, as it was known in Japan, with its Japanese keyboard. It was released in August 1981 in the USA for the NTSC television system. And this is version 2, with a change of decals and logo. This is the two versions together, and notice the change of the power supply socket from the 2-pin to the DIN socket. And this is version 3, it's a change of the color of the function keys. Released in November 1981, the VC-20 in Germany. This was a computer made for the PAL system with matching software. And this is the version 2 and version 3 of the VC-20. It was released in January 1982 in the UK as the VIC-20. The first models were manufactured in Germany. This is the computer with its power supply. Version 1, again for the PAL system, with its 2-pin socket. And this is the TV aerial adapter and the power supply. And the first literature, which was produced in 1981, as well as the software. And notice the early data set, which was used from the Commodore PET to the VIC-20. And this was the VIC modem and the first disk drive, and the first color printer produced by Commodore, the 1520. And applications, this is a word processing package, and games on cassette, on cartridge. And here's the early RAM cartridges for adding extra memory, 3K, 8K and 16K. This is what's inside the RAM cartridges. And several cartridges could be put together in this VIC-20 station. And in 1985 the mouse was introduced for the VIC-20 and the C64. And here's an early joystick. Commodore actually wanted to use the Atari joysticks, for which they had the various interfaces already made on microchip. But Atari refused, and Commodore had to design their own, a near copy to the Atari version. And notice the 9-pin plug, which they kept. Use of this actually standardized all joysticks for the future. We switch on the computer, type in load, and press play. We can load the game on this tape. There's 16K RAM in this cartridge. All we need to do is plug it into the computer if you want to take advantage of it. 8K in this one. And some games actually required a certain amount of RAM before they could work. This is a game cartridge. Which has a ROM chip in it, an EPROM. And the VIC-20 used the 6502 CPU, which ran at 1 MHz. And a VIC chip, the original. There was a VIC-2 created for the C64 later on. If we type run, return, that continues loading the game. This is the keyboard on the computer. The VIC chip not only produces the video and graphics on the VIC-20, it also produces the sound for the VIC-20. 3 voices. This is a look at the side of the computer. The joystick port, on-off switch and the power supply socket. And this is the cartridge slot. Next to it the monitor is plugged in here. This is the serial port for the disk drive or printer, and a dataset port. There's a modem port. The game's loaded and running. Notice the block graphics. Due to the lack of memory on the computer, as well as the difference of chip. The VIC chip was not as powerful as the VIC-2. Here's a new tape recorder. This was the version introduced with the C64, but it was compatible with the VIC-20. Press play on the tape. You can plug in a game cartridge. This is Road Race. You can place it in position and press in. And if we switch on the computer, the game comes on instantly. This is a car racing game. and the gear functions are controlled by the function keys on the computer. And the purpose is to stay between the fences on either side. Whoops. And start again. And here's a pair of paddles for the VIC-20 and a rifle for target practice. It shoots light. And your own robotic turtle. An early printer, the 802. This is the VIC-20 CPU, the 6502. This is an X-ray of it. You can see where all the pins lead to in the center. This is the pin layout. And this is the VIC-1001 board. And you can see that the components are fitted differently to this VIC-20 board. An early advert for the VIC-1001 from January 1981. And this one, an early ad from the USA in July 1981. And an ad for VIC software. The VIC-20 was priced at $399 on launch. It appeared in several movies and TV series. The VIC chip could be used to help compose music. Jack Tramiel, founder and CEO of Commodore, left to go to Atari, a company that was facing bankruptcy and which he bought and headed. In the meantime, Atari sold the rights to the Atari 2600 joystick to Commodore, which they went on to use for the VIC-20 and the Commodore 64 computers in 1984. And a dust cover for the VIC-20